What up, Wanderer? Hope you're well. Yeah, I'll be checking out the new stuff at the end of the month for sure. Stair gap roads to stay. For sure, yeah. We gotta set those obstacles up by creating very short road/stairs. Yeah, I'm excited. I kind of want to do some Riverrun building because can we get it to a spot where we can call it finalized before the DLC comes out? I don't know. But I've got work to do if I want to start a new map, so here we are, back in Riverrun. I really had hoped that this was going to be my first city to hit $1 billion, but I like flatlined my budget. I think we're at like 390 million right now. I was up almost at 500 at one point, and I spent a bunch of stuff, did some expansions, so. New DLC for CS, yes, SC, either way. Skyline City. There is new DLC coming at the end of the month. There's a new map pack, a new radio station, and a new Japan-based low-density commercial. If I remember right, I think is the pack. So I got Chillwave on, but I don't know if I'm feeling Chillwave. I feel like we need something a little bit more. Let me see. I mean, this playlist has always served me well, so let's do that. Okay, we'll bring the music down a little bit too. We're just checking out some cinematics of Riverrun for the time being. Turn that off. We'll turn off our little just starting. Yeah, for CS1 on console, I'm assuming remastered, and PC as well. And Tantalus is now tasked with working on that. So they're the ones that used to do the console port, but they're also doing like the updates that allow for that stuff to work. So technically CO is focused on that edge fog. Technically CO is focused on CS2, and that means Tantalus is focused on, I mean, the content creators built it. They have to make it work inside the menu system though, right? Because this isn't changing anything other than adding some uniques and adding some new growables. Of course, it will require updates to things like Find It and mods, and that'll be fun, I'm sure. So I think CS2 will get canceled before it gets released on console, quite possibly, where it's like not worth. So look at it this way, right? There's still more people peak per day playing City Skylines 1 than there are City Skylines 2. And what do content creator packs do? It allows them to do very minimal effort. I mean, technically, CO's not working on it at all. They're contracting another studio to build this in. Somebody else is making the maps. Somebody else is making the music. Somebody else is making the buildings and the growables and all the other things. It's not game mechanics, right, that they need to add in. So I think building that into the baseline game is easy enough. That can generate money for them. If there's less people playing CS2, that same effort going into CS2 doesn't make as much sense. It doesn't make as much sense to invest people's time in a game that less people are playing. So they need to turn that around. Like, they need to give people incentive to play it. And I don't think they've done that yet. The game still isn't fun, in my opinion. I like playing Cities with no mods. Cities 2, it just feels, it's slow and weird and grindy, and it just, I don't know. I never enjoyed it from day one, even back in the alpha back in 2021, 2020. I forget when I first got it. But it wasn't the condition of the game that was the concern. It was the gameplay from day one. It was fleshed out. It is what it is, and I don't like what it is. Delayed the major DLC. Yeah, I mean, we don't officially have a date yet for the last DLC, and they've given us nothing on console, and they keep saying, you know, there'll be something on console. But honestly, like, if what you're getting on console is the base game, I personally don't think that's worth your time. Now, I was recently on Overcharged Eggs Patreon podcast. Go support on Patreon if you want to take a listen. We had a very open discussion, but he's one of the people that I really wanted to have that talk with, because we're kind of polar opposites in that regard. I don't think the game is worthwhile without mods, which console players can't have. But he's doing a series right now that is totally vanilla CS2 and seems to be loving it. I don't know. I mean, more power to you. Like, I can't enjoy playing the game, so. Starting a new series on CS1? Let's go. All right, well, there you go. That says a lot, too. That says a lot, too. There's some edge of map fog for you. We'll get a look at where the city's at in a moment. But yeah, it's an odd spot. So like I don't know if we want CS2 on console yet, because it's going to be the game without mods, and the game without mods, in my opinion, is not very fun. So I wish they would just keep working on CS1. I wish we saw more fixes. I don't know, if they're going to be addressing some of the issues that are really baked into the game. I know Tantalus did some layoffs last year, so I don't know if it's, the people that worked on the console version or what. Like, I don't know who's still around. But I think they implemented the last DLC, so if we didn't notice any problems from that, then they did okay. We've still got a lot of space in the map that we can fill out, so... Tease another one's region pack in the trailer comment section. Yeah, I kind of thought they were hinting at bikes. I'm an idiot, but Okay, let's go. Wow, that little bug is towing a really large trailer. I certainly can. Okay. Camera going a little crazy over the building tops there. Maybe that would make sense too in another one's region pack, right? Like, give us the bikes too. The way the roads can be merged, yes. They could, but you could add that. You could turn off. You could have an on-off switch for road collision rules. It doesn't have to be perfect, but like, they could bring that to CS1. Like, they could find ways to turn off certain bits of anarchy rules to allow you to do those same sorts of things. I don't think you need an entire new Unity engine to do that, considering modders did it just fine. That's the thing that kills me. Like, modders can build this stuff in and make the game better, but they can't bake it into their code base. Even for the second one, that was, I thought, a big premise of what I need, a little rant thing in the corner that I can call up. But that was a big thing that, I thought we were going to get out of too. Here are all these mods, all these ways that people play the game differently. Of course, you build all the most popular things into your sequel, right? Yeah, not really. Anarchy mod's 80% there. In terms of like what in CS2 in the new road building tool. I mean, they could do that for CS1, See, okay, so Wanderer, here's the thing, right? Companies do realize that making a good product means more money, but what if I can push out a mediocre product and spend a lot less money on it and make more money in the process? What if I care about the money more than the art? Then all of a sudden, the more efficient and better way for your shareholders, which Paradox has, Interactive has investors. I'm actually writing a really nerdy script for a video that might be my next video. The thumbnail is just it's the Paradox Interactive icon in a like clip art trash can with flies. It says Paradox is the worst. I kind of want to do a video, and it's hyperbole, to be fair, but it is essentially what they have. Well, that's a bad intersection. What they have ruined for community trust and goodwill over just like the last 5 years. It's pretty remarkable, like all the horrible things they have pushed out, the games they have canceled, Lamplighters League, Prison Architect 2, canceling Life by You, the disaster of City Skylines 2, Broken Crusaders Kings DLC. Like, I don't know. I seriously could go on. I literally have an essay that I am working on the millions and millions they have lost on those titles. And they spell it out in their financial analysis for investors. Their plans to make money are invest less in new games and less risk and find more ways to monetize the games that are already out there, like Cities and Europa and Kings. Like, why spend money when you could have the community build your content creator packs and sell that on for a profit? This is late stage capitalism that we are in, and it's coming for our preferred art. I'm assuming if you're here, you're probably into gaming, but that's all it is. How do we make more money off this thing? And it happens to all industries eventually. Happening to healthcare in America. So if you're elsewhere in the world and have nationalized healthcare, congratulations. I don't know. What do I know? Did they cancel a Sims ripoff? I mean, was it a ripoff? Yeah, probably. It was called Life by You. And I don't know this for sure, but I would venture to guess the reason that the Sims had teeth is because they were planning some kind of crossover where you could import, I don't know, a sim into cities, or like export a couple blocks of cities into your town. I don't know. I feel like they do something stupid like that to try and tie the games together. I'm probably I'm giving them way too much credit, most likely. Here for you in the humor, appreciate that. Let me know when the humor shows up. Should we take a look around? The piggy train. Here's the piggy train. Let's take a look around. So this is Riverrun. In case you didn't know, in case you haven't been here before, there are a ton of unique buildings that are making up our skyline, but they're mostly turned off. So don't worry about the fact that a lot of these things are turned off. That is very much intentional. This over here is not at all finished. We've got our industries. We've got 376 million in the bank. We're doing pretty good. No fires yet, Kung, but it's early. Give it time. Give it time. So it looks. We'll do a quick health check here. The only thing we're waiting on, I was going to say, is probably plastics, and it just got delivered. So we have local warehouses for a lot of the supplies here. So that's storing plastics. What else do we got? Do we have more? Is this the only one that we have for... Oh, no, we have these warehouses as well. And then up here, this horrible polluted patch of land. This is where the Vegemite comes from. This is the Vegemite fields. The ground is tainted and good for nothing else ever again now that Vegemite has touched the soil. But in case you're wondering where it comes from, it gets churned up out of the ground like rock. We've got our farming industry over here. What are they complaining about? Oh, no, this is a good problem to have. This is the not enough buyers. So we've got product. We're just waiting to sell it. Let's go 3 times speed. Got a very small fishing industry we need to expand. I forgot about the Colline Francese. Okay. I started messing around over here with some of these buildings. Which one's this? The electric car factory. That's a pretty nice one. Lone Pine Mall, anybody? Have I asked about this one? The Lone Pine Mall, and it does have just one pine here in this clearing. Phone decided you didn't need notifications. Did you come in just in time for the Colline Francese? Because I was gonna say it's been a while since I thought of that one. I had started, and this is one of the next things I want to work on, is filling in this area right here. And I had started to look at, what the heck is this? What are these ones called? I'm gonna have to go in and look. It is over here. It is district tools. Anything on this side? What is it? Country roads. No, what's it called? Countryside. Country roads. Take me home. Okay, so we've got these over here. We might fill in this neighborhood and just leave it with the gravel road. Let's see what we think. If we fill into the left with streets and then we've got a little bit of spaced out gravel road out there, I think that's okay. That's one of the last areas that I kind of want to fill in up here because I don't want to go too close. I don't want to go too close to the oil. Is this oil? Yeah, I don't want to get right in there if we don't have to. So let's build this out tonight for sure. College campus. I love this college campus, especially the rooftop view right here. That's a great little spot. This one is from the Hotels and Retreats, a little park object from Hotels and Retreats, and it fits nicely in this campus. I think I'm going to get rid of this. I think is it the Vertical Farms? It's one of like the Art Deco or Afterlife. It's been in the game forever. I don't think it's going to stay in the campus build, but we can consider it. I'm going to start. I'm going to stop messing around and start doing some roads out here and see what we can fill in for space. We do have quite a bit of demand. So let's see how we can support this. Okay, so that's a 2-lane road. We already have trucks cutting through. Fantastic. Not what we want, but we'll take it for now. Let's see here. If we come out from this, and that becomes our midpoint, I think that works. They never made true cul-de-sacs. Yeah, that would have been nice. I mean, hey, there's still time. I think. Oh, I didn't see what they were, but they did mention that there's 10 new maps and 10 new intersections as well. 376 million, yeah, but the whole point, I really wanted to get a city up to 1 billion, and it seems so far away. This is going to be all residential, so I'm going to keep these very, very tight in here. They can be very close together. That's fine. That shouldn't impact anybody. Let's come off of this road just to get something parallel to it. Do we need this still? Like, what was this connecting? We'll have to find out what's not connected after the fact. Just to overtax the people? I mean, that could work. Part of the problem was, if you remember, like, I moved a ton of people out at one point. Like, look at where our budget was, and we're crawling back up there. Oh, that's a treasure. Wait, no, this is population changes. Where is the city treasury? City budget? So we've been holding pretty steady. The budget was like up and up and up and up, over 400 million, and then it's just been a very slow climb since then. So I haven't settled into the right demand, you know? Chris, what's up? The Dia, hello. Hello, everybody, officially. Welcome. Hey, you know what? There's 18 of you here. I appreciate that. So let's give away 5 memberships because I have 5 to give away this month. So welcome. Spam some emotes. You have them now. Kung, perfect. Kung got the first one. I love it. And Sin, awesome. Scout, welcome as well. Nadia and Ron, welcome to the channel. There you go. Spam some fire, Elmo fire emotes, and maybe it will help conjure some entertainment for Kung. Some kindling will ignite. Oh man. I've actually rolled a bunch of times, Patton, and Kung has been here for years, and I don't think he's ever gotten one of those, so. Yeah, you get 2 a month. I rolled one last night for Borderlands just for the heck of it, but I should save them for probably Cities and Fallout streams. Okay, so we've got some streets in here. Maybe we work off of this road for the next one. So I don't want to come in too close to that highway road. But I think we could do that. We can also keep these pretty loose. I'm going to connect to the road on both these, but we'll break one of those. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. How about that? There we go. It's a little bit more natural of a curve. We'll delete this one because it's close to the other road, and then we'll bring this down that way and through here. What is up? Welcome. How you doing? Happy Friday or Saturday. No, wait, no. Happy Saturday or Sunday, depending on where you are at in the world. It is definitely not Friday anywhere, though. Friday is past. That was last night. Oh man, we were up late last night. I was up past like 3 a.m., but I was streaming till, I don't know, when did we stream till last night? After 1 in the morning playing some Borderlands. Okay, it is a little messy, but we don't want, like, these are looser residential neighborhoods over here. We're not too worried about filling in every inch because we're going to fill a lot of it in with trees and some sparse zoning, maybe some parks. No, thank you, Kung. I'm glad you got one of those. That's good to see. Then again, I'll be cursing you when the map bursts into flames in a few minutes, and you're spamming Elmo emotes at me. Okay. Do we make a water feature? Do we save room for a giant park? Like, I don't even know. Thoughts? What would be cool out of place here in a residential neighborhood as we fade off to the side of the map? I don't even know what we have for... Let's see what we have for uniques. Because I did spam a bunch of them on the map. Best bet with fires is trees. I have the... You know what I want? I want an update to this thing. I want an update to the countdown clock. I want like a troll face there or something. Water feature? We could do a little water feature right here, I feel like. And then we'll totally forget about it and I'll overflow it. It'll be perfect. Okay. Let's try it. So we'll bring down the terrain. We'll shift it. Let's go about there. We'll level it. And then we can bring the sides up a little bit. Let's see, that's probably not deep enough. We should probably go a little deeper in the center. Like so, maybe? Okay, let's get rid of trees. We can do them one at a time, or it's just easier if we do the brush. A tree brush would be awesome. That would be really cool to be able to paint down different trees. And like, I know these are things that are in 2, but like, is it, you want to blow it up already, AC? Slow down, slow down. Water, where is, no, it's under actual water services. Over here, freshwater outlet. This is what, natural disasters DLC? And we want to be able to hide it. We also need to power it though. So maybe I should have put it a little closer over here, because hopefully that will pass the power from the neighborhood next door. Wow, I didn't mean for you to go all the way up there. Okay. You showed me the ugly building. Now you have a meteor urge. Okay. Do we still have a meteor hole over here? Did that got filled in, huh? We put the disaster response unit next to the release countdown clock for Cities 2. That placement's intentional. Okay. We need to hook it up with pipes, and we need to start moving people in so that it's powered. I don't think it even cares actually whether there's power or not. I think it still spits out water, but let's see. Yeah, it does. It doesn't care. Okay, we'll smooth out the edges now. And we should probably do this a little bit differently. So we can flatten from the road and push out, and that will actually kind of create our ledge a little bit further from the road so we can make a smoother slope away from it. So let's try that. We'll see how that does. I think it should fill in nicely. Let's move people in so they can have their houses flooded. We got a bit of low density. Bit of low density demand, so let's try and fix that. So how many, I could probably poll this. Do we figure mods still can't do polls? How many DLCs does everybody have? I'm curious, like, do you have none? Do you have a few? Do you have all except the radio stations? The radio stations are the only one that, like, I always wanted them when they were giving away the free keys, but also as a player, especially if those songs are available on Spotify, like, I'm just going to listen on Spotify. Because even on Xbox, you can integrate Spotify with your game experience. You know, you can do it in the console. We'll see how this does. We'll get some. We'll see where the water line settles, and we'll get some trees in and around it. Okay. I do have to come through. I think it was egg. So, somebody was explaining, like, it's the level 5s of the low density residential that pop all the Art Deco. So I get to go through and, like, move everybody out one by one and stop them at level 4 when they're not all Art Deco houses. Not as many radio stations. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Like, the radio stations are not as important, like I said. The only reason I have as many as I do is because to be fair, I didn't pay for anything post season. Like, season 2 and after was supplied to me until the last round. That was the first time I bought something for the game since season 1. Because I am no longer in their good graces. But also they have no console news to share either, apparently, so I get it. Need to figure out my extra keys and post them on Discords. Yeah, give those away for sure. If they're just burning a hole in your pocket. Humble Bundle recently changed to expiring keys, and I'm so disappointed because I'm terrible at checking. I don't come in every month. I come in like every 4 months, and I lost a bunch of keys. So I'm like, nope. What? Buy subscription. I've been a Humble Bundle subscriber since 2017. Idiots. Just give me the keys. Give me keys. I would have kept paying for them. All right, water features filling in. Buildings are complaining they don't have water over here. Don't worry, that'll be fixed shortly. You'll get water, all right. You're gonna get lots of water. We'll connect those just for redundancy. Two copies of the base game. I mean, to be fair, what do I have? I have it on PC, Xbox, PlayStation, and Switch. That's a little bit of unnecessary pipe overlapping, but we can handle it. Just in case these pipes get hit. I don't think we're going to run up on any node limits, but we can load an old save and delete pipes later if we have to. Don't mind the power. I'm sure it's fine. I guess we could run an extension cord for the time being. Okay, that's all powered. Let's move some businesses in to support our new residential efforts over this way. I was going to put them up here, but that's a highway. We'll move that out. What do we do? This way, I guess. And then we'll build in neighborhoods in behind here. So we need a ton of commercial. And off that 4-lane road should be fine. That should support the traffic necessary. We'll see what that does for our demand, and we can always drop a little bit of office in there as well. Oh no, we're flooding already. No. Okay, we'll have to mess around with the water, the ground over here. Off. Turn the building off. Okay, so over here is definitely not slanted down enough. That didn't take long for our first flood. That's good. Come on, you're there you go. Let me place the tree. It's not water. It's not water anymore. Let me place the tree. Okay, it's water again. There goes the water again. Flow backwards. Recede. That sounds like safety thinking. That sounds expensive. How much money is this going to cost the city, Kung? We may have to cut back on fire coverage for this extra water intake. I still can't believe in 2025 we can't turn trees. Such an oversight. It's one of those things where it's like nobody playtests this, right? That knows anything about the game. Cutting back on the fire, that's fine. No big deal. Let's get a couple wild conifers in. And then let's get some color in there. We'll do like I'll figure out a good spot for like a footpath over there or something. Maybe we'll build a little island in the middle with a gazebo. Just a little one. Just one marshmallow house. Sorry. Not even worth bringing Will Smith out for. We'll know when it happens. We'll know when he's needed. Okay, they are complaining way out here, so maybe we fill in this neighborhood a little bit. What do we actually even have up here? Are these... like, do we need these? Like the general, I guess the general store. The general store is kind of cool. The public market and the town hall, like, they don't belong on a side road like this. They belong up here, right? I don't think we need these. We can come back and put these in. This one we can get down by the road over here. Can I delete that? What is this? This is a school? Oh, it's a school. Okay. It was a school. What's this? High school. Goodbye. I don't think there's any students there because we have the collider. Okay. Got a little general store on the edge of the neighborhood on the coastal, not the coastal, the national highway. Do we have spots for more commercial zoning down here? Not really, huh? I'm running out of room for what was initially planned here. We got a little bit of zoning room there. We could do some commercial over this way. I guess I think one block of it won't hurt here. Gonna be a little noisy for some of these people, but that's okay. I do have to fill in down this way, I guess. This is going to be more developed at some point. Hopefully before the end of the month, before that DLC ships. What do we got anyways? 2 weeks? Yeah, I think it's 2 weeks. It's not a lot of time. It's not a lot of time. Okay, let's drill through some of... Do we have financial districts over here or something? Do I have financial districts on over here? Ugh. Was I showing this on stream or something to make a point? God. Okay. Okay, I'm going to cut this off here. We'll probably change those to regular roads, and then we can get rid of this district, which is going to move the offices out. That's okay. Okay, we'll let them fill in for a minute. We'll see what that gets us. 3 times speed. Keep an eye out for fires. Keeping an eye out for fires. We'll take a step back to make sure we don't miss anything. Keep an eye out. You'll see the orange glow from further away than you think. First, you think it might be some pollution, but it's not yet. There is a death wave, though? I mean, you were here for the first 100,000. Like, this isn't a death wave. I feel like it's that Crocodile Dundee moment. Like, that's not a knife. I can't call that a death wave just because there's a couple people, you know? Is it going to spread? There's no way this is going to spread, right? They're going to get here before it spreads. If it spreads, I got my finger on the button. Got my finger. I don't think they're going to get it in time. Nope. Not yet. Not yet. There's some spots where it looks pretty good from some angles. I know, I mean, because I know the parts that I'm still working on, like that cluster of skyscrapers over there on the right is not going to stay. It's going to get much more concentrated in the actual downtown area. Come on, fires. Okay, let's keep filling in the residents over this way. All right, let's do this block and then we'll see how it balances. And we're not going to move people right in on the water here. So, I mean, that's not... I mean, it needs some finessing, but it's a start. I just got to make it a little bit deeper in the center so we can hide away the water and then make it a little... Why would you all park right here? The first available piece of gravel road, I'm going to park right there. And if there isn't a spot, I'm going to pocket car. Like, use the parking spaces. It's so weird sometimes. They really don't know what they're doing when it comes to parking. Okay. I'm reluctant to dig into something because I feel like something's going to burst into flames. Okay, it's getting a little, they're getting into the red here. That they just picked up the body, we're fine. The same one that parks and jams into the pocket of their pants, Kung. Maniacs. Absolute man. That guy just did it with an RV. Do I need to put the station on the other side of the street because everybody's crossing to go get to it? So I need to put it right here. That's it. Cross back over. But they're going to park anyways on the right side. So like, look, now they're actually using the lot now instead of pocket carring. Like, okay. All right, guys. Like, you know, you can turn left on a 2-lane road. You don't have to jam your car into your pants. I'm keeping an eye out, Kong. I don't see it happening. We'll come all the way down this strip. We'll give that guy a little friend. We don't have fire coverage over here. This could be the one that spreads. This could be the one that spreads. The helicopters will come, though. Is that them right now? They're too quick, man. Too quick. Not tonight. says the Riverrun Fire Brigade. Not tonight. All right, so how do we come through this side? I think through here, so... You know what? We'll take a little S-bend. That's okay. They're so effective? I'm sorry. Undo it. It's a little burger shop. Wait, where do you want me to drive to drive through? Around the back and this way? Wouldn't you generally come in the other way and... Okay. I feel like that's a miss. You saw fire. Oh no. Are we good? I think we're good. Okay, so all that is filled in. We could probably paintbrush this one and then come back in and deselect some stuff. Because I think for this one, it's going to be faster. Nope, large paintbrush, please. Okay, let's clean up some of the edges here. Not all the way up to the National Road. Down here is fine though. They got windows on both sides. Okay, but hold on a second. Are they still there or did they get upgraded? Where were they? They were over here somewhere. I think they upgraded. It doesn't make sense how you'd come at it, I guess. I don't know. What do we got going on over here? We've created too much traffic getting off the highway over this way. Yikes. It's all the cars going left. I wonder why they would be going that way. Oh well, you know what? Well, it'll cause problems. We'll figure it out. Because I want to get everybody moved in and then figure out where we might need some traffic policies or to block some routes. I haven't done any kind of real zoning up this way. So like if we... See, this has Old Town on it. So they've got to be coming to here. So they're not driving through. This area has its own highway exit though, so this should be separate. So let's do this. Let's delete this zone here. Okay. Let's actually bring this all the way over here so that it keeps that road as part of the policy. If you see the little car with slash through it, that is Old Town. And basically cars that are not destined for here can't go here. So they shouldn't be using that as a cut through this exit. If people are turning left here, it's because they want to go, they live in that neighborhood, or they are visiting somebody in that neighborhood. So that's step number one, is reducing those left-hand turns. This next bit's kind of bad, but we can fix that as well by making sure it's only people coming here. And then this exit could support the oil industry and the little population that's out this way, unless they come from over here, and that's another choice. But if I fill this out, this shouldn't impact anything, right? I think it's okay. We'll do it rough, and then we will fix the edges. Because we're okay with them using this exit. It's just we don't want them using any of the side roads if we don't have to have them on them. I don't think this applies to highways, so it shouldn't affect those roads anyways, the national roads, the 2-lane highway. Okay. So that has... Okay, that has Old Town. This has Old Town, and therefore they shouldn't be taking this route at all. Holy cow, there's a lot of people trying to come get on the highway up here. Okay, sometimes you make problems worse with the routing that you created before, then everybody's trying to route around. So let's change the direction for a minute here. And we can do this to kind of clear our highway exit. We'll let the traffic catch up, which should help this stuff over here, and then we'll see what we're actually looking at for traffic. Cheap way to deal with it. Because they're getting off the highway. They think they can get off the highway, but the next leg, they just disappear. So the last decision they make is getting off the highway, and then they get voided. It's a little clear. A little slow clearing up here, though, huh? Man, so much traffic coming that way. That's stupid. Do that for a minute. Oh, it's going to throw everybody back that way now. No, it's getting worse. 2 lanes in the same direction. Where is it? This one? 2-way highway. Yeah, no, I just made it worse. Everybody's U-turning here now. Come on, you can come back through. It's fine. All right, so that is filling in. I really need to figure out what to do with like another. We need another commercial and office pocket over this way, unfortunately. What did I have here? Wall to wall and modern merging downtown or whatever it is. Where is that painted? All this, huh? That's gonna look very repetitive if we keep it that big, so we won't. Let's just do a couple blocks, and then we'll peel back that that district. So let's look at this again. What is emerging downtown? Is that commercial and residential? How do I get in here? So on the district here. Is it high density residential, low density commercial? And then I have the office wall to wall. So anything we do with those three. Okay, we'll get a row of little apartments in there. Heck, we'll get one here and here. And then we'll bring some of these roads maybe further through. Yeah, that's okay. We can leave that. Oh, that made the zoning a little bit of a mess. That's okay. Okay, and then where do we come in? Where's the tool? Here's the tool. Because we want to turn these off for sure. I'm gonna skip this. I gotta pull this off the playlist. The scratching's a little much. I think we can stop the side traffic there. Yeah, oh for sure. A lot of pavement over this way. Hey, Sin, you're welcome. It lets you give away 10 a month, technically 2 batches of 5, and you got one of them, so. It must have been right when you popped in. All right, we're still waiting on a fire for Kung, like a big barn burner. It's got to spread to some trees. It's got to get more than one building, and so far they've been putting them out really quick. They're happy about the fires. They love them. They can't get enough of them. Oh, that's weird. So it pulled you as one of the names, so I don't know. I don't know how that works then. Okay, where's the fire? We only had that one building too that was death in the red. They've been in the orange. You know, it's a thing. They're complaining. Are they dying of noise sickness over here? Let's follow this guy's journey, because if it turns red and he hasn't been picked up, and then it turns to a death icon, he literally died of noise pollution. But I have a feeling that an ambulance is going to get to him first. But we'll see. Let's give it a minute. You can't answer these questions. See, okay, we're good. You can't answer these questions if we don't put the research in. When it drives away, it should. Maybe there's another person that's sick. Okay, what's the complaint over here? I just have these buildings off. Yeah, they're not doing anything. They're decorative for the sake of the campus over here. There's so much pavement over here, but if you look at the University of Washington, Seattle, which is what this is based off of, literally there is this giant chunk of the grid-based city. There's a slab of highway. Between the water and the highway is the entire campus, and there is a huge amount of space. They have like pink sakura trees, but we've got some regular trees in there. But they also have a huge campus and a ton of pavement devoted, of course, to parking, because America. Currently rebuilding Transport Fever stuff. Oh no, corrupted save games. No. Oh no, that's the worst. Yeah, corrupt save games stink. I still never completed Starfield because I was trying to like 100% everything on my first playthrough before going and like rolling into the new game. I saw people that like suggested the other way, like, no, like go through all the iterations first and then do everything. But you don't know what's different if you didn't do everything the first time. So I think that's a mistaken way. So anyways, I was drilling through and got to the point where like the save game was too big and it like wouldn't save anymore. So it just broke. And in my effort to try and roll it back, I corrupted the entire thing and lost it all anyways. So Starfield, man, never going to finish it because I've tried to go back like 2 or 3 times now. And I've redone all the work I've done into like the base extraction and processing and building to make money. And I just don't care to actually play the game. Okay. Hopefully we win. All good problems over here. Just got to sell this stuff. Oh, did our water dry out? Oh, no, okay. Oh, yeah, no, it did. Man, we gotta... I wish there was a way to do this better. I need a redstone clock for it. And turn it off on demand. I had the one going over here, too. This now has a source that runs all the way down out that way. So maybe we just need to make it one collective pool of water that runs through here underneath, snaking under the road past Lone Pine Mall. At one point I did want to try and bring a new river through here and kind of snake through where this would be, so quite possibly could do that. I think this one's going to be scratch heavy too. Just get out of the way. Yeah, Starfield's not, it's not worth going back to. And yeah, No Man's Sky continues to keep killing it. I'm really surprised no tree fires. I mean, specifically, I built this place out for that purpose, you know? I'm trying to help it along. Let's cruise around for a bit. How's everybody doing? How's your Saturday? I hope you're well. If you're new, subscribe. Cities, Fallout, lots of live streams, very little video content lately, but if you missed it, I am working on a video called Why Paradox, or specifically, Paradox is the worst. And it's going to look at their failures over the last 5 years especially, but their successful history too. But how it has all gone sideways in the name of very publicly shared financial incentives for investors. Like they write up their plans and how they're going to make money in their financial reports. They're an investor-based company. You can read about how they want to make money off of you in those same reports. And it's by bleeding as much money out of existing properties while spending as little as possible on the new games. So welcome to the ecosystem. But anyways, I'm not bitter. I'm just enjoying Cities 1. I'll be getting the DLC at the end of the month. I don't know how great it's not gonna change the game. The Japanese small low density commercial. But the maps could be interesting as always. Here's fingers crossed that they're reasonable on 25 tiles, or better, even better yet, 9 tiles. For any base game players, because they can still get those DLCs, right? Those are still going into the base console game, right? I think they're still cross both games, which is wild, because like at what point does the Xbox One base and the PlayStation, what is it, PlayStation 4, like at what point do they stop being able to support? Like the Switch died pretty quickly. The Switch they put out with Snowfall and After Dark baked in, and they were like, no, that's it. That's all you got. There's no more coming. I'm sure some people bought that thinking like, oh, they're going to put all the DLCs on eventually. But nope. Switch could not handle it. Cities 2 on Switch 2, right? Don't hold your breath. Did everybody check out, or at least everybody that's on PC, check out the political sim sale that is happening on Steam right now? If you're into, political city country management games, they're on sale right now. Whole bunch of stuff. Some of the obvious stuff like Tropico, but a lot of other indie stuff that you can find maybe worth looking at if you're into such things. I like this sunken highway. It took quite a while. Bring all the water through there. So what's coming out? I want to see how Skate evolves over time, but I will be playing it for sure. I mean, I've played it already. It's technically we can share it now. You still playtest access until Tuesday, and then it's early access for everybody. But I've been playing it for a bit, and I like the game. I hate the online component. Oh, when does Town to City come out? Town to City was fun. I like that one a lot. That was a good one. That was definitely a good one. Hopefully that is soon. Where am I? Am I here? What's going on, everybody? I hope you're well. I hope your Saturday is good. Town to City was a fun one. I'm trying to think what else. I feel like I had something else written on my board this month. Borderlands 4 came out. Skate Tuesday. The Cities DLC, and then there was one other thing that's coming. Oh, Town to City is Tuesday as well? Okay, well, Town to City next week then, for sure. Town to City was fun. Gotta get back in. I'm gonna get back into Borderlands a bit. My wife and I want to play it with my wife, but she's also finishing up. She changed her major and was able to reuse a bunch of credits, and she's about to finish up her bachelor's, and she's gonna be going back for her master's. And I have time to stream because she's working 2 jobs basically. She works a job and is going back to school. Just tune in. Great week, good vibes. Battlefield itch. PG, what are you playing on? We're squadding up, PG. We're squadding up for sure. Let's do it. I will say though, I am going to be playing on console unless I'm squadding up with a PC member, and then I'll either crossplay or I'll play on PC. I would buy it on both, but having played the beta on both PC and Xbox, my God, there were so many hackers and map glitchers on PC, and I saw none of that over I don't know, I must have put in 20, 25 hours. I put in a disgusting amount of time during one of those weekends, and my time on PC was absolutely ruined by hackers so much that I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go download the Xbox and turn off crossplay. So I hope that they get it under control, but I'm gonna be on Xbox as well, so we'll team up. If you want, we should, but I'm always looking for good squad mates. Just ones that are breathing are a step up sometimes. I'm sure you've been in some of those squads. Oh man. Okay. Do you think we missed a fire in the background, Kung? Hopefully not. Yeah, and the thing is though, without the crossplay turned off, right? That's going to happen to you on Xbox as well. So if you're not partnering with somebody actively that you're squatting with, playing on another platform, I would recommend turning off crossplay. Much to the chagrin of PC players, because they want more players to keep the lobbies more active. But it also introduces it, especially in the case of Battlefield, where there's 128 people. in a lobby. Like, is it 64 or is it? I don't even remember. Anyways, there's a lot of people in there, and it raises the cap for cheaters for sure. PG, you in the Discord? Let's see, hook up on the Discord, and we'll message and get connected before the Battlefield launch. Outer Worlds next month. Yeah, that's another one that I am so hopeful for, but also so concerned about. I realized we're on 1x speed because we were in the cinematics. I'm so concerned. I played that game, I kid you not, 5 times through. Like, it was the only thing I did for like 2 months when it came out. Played it all the way through, just playing it, not going out of my way to find anything, just doing what happened. And then I went back through and did like 100% playthrough. I did one like all good, and then I just went absolutely maniacal. I think my 4th playthrough is murder everything that you possibly can. And then I had started a 5th playthrough. I don't know if I finished the 5th one, but that was all before the first DLC came out. And I still haven't gone back to play those. The first one didn't review well though. Look at all the Cities 2 billboards. You think there's enough Cities 2 billboards on that street? Which honestly, like, I don't know. Like, if I worked at Colossal Order and I knew that they were updating the game for this new DLC, I would probably say, hey guys, could you pull the Cities Skylines 2 billboard out of the rotation, since it's a 2-year slap in the face to console players, some of them that may have pre-ordered. But let's keep reminding them. Did I? If you've been here a while, you probably know. Nobody commented on it. I'm disappointed if it didn't burn anybody. But I posted this, like a picture like this. And I was like, I'm so it's so offensive to console players that they never updated the link. And I had photoshopped and fixed the perspective, and I photoshopped a Rickroll into this. So if you go back on the posts of my community, there's this picture, and if you QR code that, it will send you the Rick Astley video on YouTube. When does a new DLC come out for City Skylines? It should, if I remember right, come out on the 24th of September. Okay. So, okay, we're... It doesn't take long. It doesn't take long. The good news is these buildings over here are fireproof for a bit. Can't build on water. Can we get right there? Can we get this puddle out of there? Okay, we got the puddle fixed. We're good. Everything's good. Our lake is back. That is unfortunate. I need to make that a much deeper puddle, because then it can stay looking like a lake for a little bit longer. At some point though, I'm gonna move the water. I think I'm just gonna bring the river through. It really is prudent. Oh, the QR code for the new DLC? I mean, if you guys don't tell anybody, like, it's not too late. Or will they ever release Skylines 2 for Xbox? So I was talking about this earlier, but I don't mind getting into it again. I don't think that we want it the way that it is right now, because the game itself is pretty rough without mods. Like, I don't know a lot of people, to be fair, Egg excluded. Egg is very much enjoying Vanilla Cities. Although I also heard that he's starting up a new CS1, probably for the new maps and stuff, which I'm gonna read between the lines. I'm gonna guess that Egg also has official cities content showing off the new DLC, would be my guess. So if that is also in the cards, we'll see. Be my guess though. It wouldn't be a far-fetched, like, I wouldn't put good money against it, basically. Where can we come in here? We'll just come all the way through. And then maybe to this point right here, probably. So we'll do something like that. I wonder if there should be like a bridge through here. Probably not though. It'll keep people focused. You know what? I'm thinking there that would be convenient and make sense for future builds. Like, let's think about how people move around the map. But no, we're building an American-based city and we separate neighborhoods by ripping highways through them and tearing neighborhoods apart and then not providing good public transport options. This is how you do capitalism. This is why we have $378 million in the bank and we're not looking back. Actually, if you noticed just a moment ago, we were over 100,000 and the plus budget actually overlaps. So I can't wait to see when we get $1 billion in the bank, hopefully before September 24th. So, okay, team. So I wasn't even totally finished, but I have ADHD and I ramble all over the place. And I don't think we want the game in the state that it's in. So like I said, it's not particularly fun without mods. And some people are confused. To be fair, I think they made it confusing on purpose. Paradox mods is not mods, it is assets when it comes to console. So like we're not getting anything to fix or change the game, and they're not doing a lot to fix or change the game themselves. They're kind of like, you know, they need to do some things so they're not too worried about, you know, the 100 other things that could be happening because hey, a modder's fixing that. I guess Sneeze. So ultimately, what would we get as console players? We would get a game that, though can be made much more fun with mods, is sitting at what, 52% on Steam? Not just overall, but the recent reviews as well. And I think that's so telling because what you think what you want of the like review bombs or the mentality coming out of the gate. Like I have a negative review for Cities 2 up there on the Steam store, and I will change it if they earn it, and they haven't done anything to do that. Let's come right through the middle of the neighborhood with another road. So like what, you know, so what would we get? We would get kind of we would get a 52% game, and honestly, like what would they be doing with everybody's time to deliver that? I don't think it's worth it. I think they need to come up with something better or different. And if it means waiting for CS3 or a completely separate build, which is probably warranted, because the current one is pretty busted. Like, I'd be okay if somebody else came out with a Cities game at this point. You know, like they had their at bats, and this is what we got. It was right here. Watch just. That little VW bug just looks like it just rammed the back of that Winnebago. It went crazy. 24th is the anniversary of your 21st birthday, plus minus a few decades. Nice. I am what am I for? I'm 47 next month. Holy crap. 1978. I came out the same year as Saturday Night Fever. You can see the white sideburns. Just a couple years ago, it was a little bit of salt and pepper, and now it's all salt. Not just the hair, the mentality too. No donut truck launches. We could do. Let's do a donut truck launch. Where are we launching? Do we have a good spot? Because we had the giant ramps before, and we don't have those anymore. Certainly not to the same size. We could make one. Let's make one. We'll do something special for the donut truck. Okay. The trees will grow back, right? We're gonna clear the river. Okay. Whatever's not too steep. Oh God. Okay. 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 Are we ready, everybody? Here, I'm gonna try and hit it when the song drops. Let's see. Probably not. Oh boy. Not quite the height I was hoping for. Not bad though. Oh God. Oh, it drives so terrible. I forgot how terrible it drives. Need more speed? Okay. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, where's our road? Right here. Let's be more serious about this. Hold on a second. Does that actually connect power across town? Okay, from here. Should the road type matter, do you think? Or can I can go just as fast on a 2-lane road, right? It doesn't care. It doesn't know anything about those physics. What is it? Drive? Okay, here we go. We're gonna have a little bit more speed coming into it, and I think a better... Oh God, no. We almost landed back on the highway. Okay. Don't get me wrong, I still love Remastered, but gotten back into Transport Fever. I never got through the initial tutorial. I started it and I was like, nah, I'm not in the mood right now. I'll come back to it. I literally never came back to it. Some city building allows you for a great time student. I'm really interested to see what that team behind Junction does. So if anyone has seen Junction, it's like just the traffic management of an intersection, kind of, with really simple virtual building graphics. But they've also started working on a city building game too, because everyone's like, wait a minute, you got to do this, right? And then there was another one that was it was like an infrastructure 3D modeling thing for actual city planners. And I saw a bunch of cities players reach out in the comments. And it's like, guys, do you know how to do 3D modeling? Because if you don't know how to do 3D modeling, you don't want this. It's not a game. It's making a beautiful city in front of your eyes, yes, but it is not a game. You're gonna need to learn. Jeez! Oh, I was gonna say, how are we holding this corner? But we are not. We are dead. We are dead. Okay, hold on a second. Where are we now? We're over here somewhere. We're right here.
Dave was a good donut driver. He was up at 3 a.m. to deliver donuts to the fine people of Riverrun. Every day, Dave would drink and drive on his way to deliver the donuts and drive off of unfinished construction near the river. His love for that endeavor is what killed him that fine day, as he jumped the donut truck over the river and through the woods and into my grandmother's house, that son of a bitch. May he rest in piss. Rip, bozo.
I'm sorry, that took a turn. I have no idea where that came from. Ooh, I was gonna say we had a little edge of map fog, but that is the true edge of map fog right there. Did we just get, we got an edge of map fog to an edge of map fog cut? There's a donut truck. They're out in full force, making up for Dave's absence. Rip Dave. I need a t-shirt of the donut truck doing an Evel Knievel jump. I gotta work on that. Okay, how is our budget? Before I get too comfortable watching cinema, I love watching cinematics in this game. I cannot believe they got rid of the cinematic camera in CS2. That's such a downgrade that you can't, you know, build up your city and then watch and fly around at random with all the cool angles. And some of them are wonky as heck, but like those are honestly some of the funniest moments, is the camera getting wonky around geometry or doing wild stuff. Like Edge, I am a fan, and others are on this channel, of the edge of map fog in those cinematics. It's such a great feature that is just so missing from the sequel. Okay, so all that can move in. We'll fill in the space with more trees and kindling. Oh, you have mouse on keyboard now too on that. Okay, I got to go back and check that out. Is 3 coming soon, or is it out already? I lose track of some of that stuff. Okay, we don't want to be that close. What do we think? On the back side of this is okay? I think that works. Hello, Edge of Mop. Hello, Edge of Map Fog, my dearest friend. Now, do we move people in here, or is this might be like prime? This might be like prime park real estate for this side of town. I don't want to tempt the fates, but like this one's next to, okay. Nope, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to do that because this one's gonna spread a bit. Here he is, everybody. We haven't seen Will in a while.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
Oh man, okay. There you go, Kung. There you go. Yeah, you got the Elmos now. I love it. I'll toss a couple out there. There you go. Some modders making mods for PC and console. Yeah, I hate this idea, and it really is because of PlayStation. PlayStation does really limit what can be done with mods in a game. But it's not a limiting factor as much on Xbox. Xbox is a dumbed down Windows. Like, let's be honest. It is a dumbed down Windows. PlayStation's much more restrictive about what can run on there. Mods like for Fallout, for example, are night and day different between the two platforms. So it was frustrating to hear when they were planning on releasing at the same time that they weren't considering that some mods could run on Xbox, because they certainly can. I mean, to be fair, some could run on PlayStation. Just depends on what they're doing and how they're doing it. So it's not that it can't be done. It's that they wanted to do this one flat thing so they could minimize the cost. This is a bit of a barn burner here. This is when the fire system gets overwhelmed, when they can't get to the tree fire and they go to the house fire first, and then it just spreads to all the trees. Hold on a second. I'm gonna see if I can find, I'll come back to this playlist, but let me see if I can find something. I'm gonna go to Epidemic. I'm gonna go to music. And I'm just gonna type in fire and see what kind of a fire soundtrack we can get. Sure. Is there like a soul funk? Yeah, here we go. No, this is not fire music. There we go, whatever. I don't even know. Okay, well, they're gonna put it out. It can only spread so far. Holy! Look at them work. They are so hard at work to disappoint Kung right now. That's a pretty decent fire. I wouldn't count that one out. Like that's a good fire. I hope it's the best one that we have tonight. It really depends on where it goes. The trees can go quick is the problem. The trees can go real quick. Okay, how is everything other than that? We're making money, but not all the money. We're spending a lot. I gotta settle in and okay, so help me out because I'm not always the brightest about this stuff. Where do we want our demand to be making as much money as possible? We don't want business demand theoretically. Then again, I guess it could depend on how we have policies set. But watching a Minecraft video is almost expecting a speed build section. I know Scar uses a lot of Epidemic, and Scar and I have extremely similar tastes on the synthwave we pick out from the site, I will say. But Epidemic's got some pretty good stuff. I like it as a service. Also, the way that their licensing works is way friendlier than Monster Cat was. Which is the worst. Let's actually do a little synthwave, maybe. We'll pick it up a little bit in the name of Scar. Something a little bit more. Okay. We got people complaining about water down there? For real? Do we not have pipes all the way down here? Oh, we don't. This is not necessary over here. Are we building? I gotta decide where and how to cut off the edge of this town because we're getting to the point where it's gonna be an awkward line if I don't end it soon. Maybe I bring the train station in between here as a buffer and put some trees up around it. It doesn't necessarily need to loop around that way. Or we could have a second one or something. I don't know. I do have to look at train infrastructure. That's definitely something that I want to consider. Why? Once the ball gets rolling. The helicopters do help quite a bit. Just thinking of train station, yeah. Okay, we're out there. Good. How's our industry doing? I do kind of like how this industry grows in. I hate the pollution effect, but I like this industry a lot. This is the Industrial Evolution DLC. And you will see a ton of buildings like this in the Boston area. all around the pike. So all around 90, 95, 93, all around the city. You'll find like a lot of buildings like that. I don't know if I like these two plazas. Like there's a lot of pavement here, but it is also like an industrial area. It's not that outrageous. Our ice cube factory here, the one kind of odd holdover with the brick building. Everything else is upgraded. Okay, should we get rid of this? Hold on. Can I go? No, it's as high as we can go. Ugh. That's too bad. Okay, we'll try one more. Are the other cars faster? Do I want them to be faster, but they're not? They're just as fast as the donut truck? Nope, we missed. Hot dog, more aerodynamic. Because the donut, if the donut was sideways and it had the hole in the middle, it'd be aerodynamic, but this is obviously much more aerodynamic. Okay, here we go. Hold on, everybody. Oh no, we hit the lamppost. We hit the lamppost. We not. The law accounting? I hope they're not litigious. So we just crashed into their building. Okay. Okay, come on. Okay, we gotta not crash into stuff on the edge of the bridge here. Okay, let's just so it's not in our way. Hopefully I can at least stay on the road here. It's so slow. Why is it so slow? Is the hot dog truck faster? Okay, here we go. Lift off. No! Is it slower? It feels like it's actually slower. That doesn't make any sense. Hot dog truck it is. I think I don't have the ramp at the end quite right either. Okay, let's see how fast this thing is. Oh God, it's so slow. Yeah, sports car's slower than the donut truck. This is definitely slower than anything. I don't know if this is even clear the... No, it's not even going to clear the bar at the end. Okay, so hot dog truck. It's the the donut truck and the hot dog truck are the two fastest. That was a nice straight shot right into the office. Imagine you're just at your office one day and a hot dog truck comes through the window. I wonder if I'd ever be able to eat a hot dog again. Or if it would just be like, it would just be trauma inducing to even think about. Free lunch? Yeah, covered in glass and blood and smoke. Okay, hold it together. Hold it together, hot dog. Hold it together, hot dog. Nope. Can we walk here? At 3 times speed, that water is particularly intimidating. But still, like, even at 1 time speed, I would not want to fall in there. Especially, like, there's no way back in. You gotta hope that you can get across the river to the other side. And even that looks like it would not be fun. Are we just walking around underneath the water? I'm just reading a map? What? I just float across here? No big deal? Okay. Why does he pull out the map when he's in the water? That doesn't make any sense. That's so disorienting. What is going on? Okay. All right, get back ashore. Let's take this ramp down because it's not in a good spot anyways. We don't have a good line. Plus, we're making houses happy. They don't have a road. A giant jump for hot dog trucks looming over their backyard. It's not good for the insurance. Okay, we are out of residential demand. So I want to have some clearings here and there, and I think at the Fire Plaza is okay. They could probably use a little park plaza or something on that extra space. Okay, so if we do that, maybe we do a little bit of office demand through here just to keep that consistent. I'd like to leave this for trees since that's residential. We do have all this space we could utilize over this way, and I could probably cram in one more highway exit, though it would be tight to service right there. Fire Plaza needs congestion. You put like a nice little tourist trap here so it slows down the intersections nearby is what you're saying? Let's see what we got. Can we do multiple copies of the Eden Project? We can. That's a glitch. What do we have in some of the new stuff that we haven't done, maybe? We used a bunch of those. That was a good content. That was a good creator pack. The Japan pack, that first one that they did. I need a park or something. Not an industry park, not the 10th anniversary park. Not an actual parking lot. Probably make something custom in there later. Too simple. But let's get the demand down so we can move some more people in, I guess. I don't know. We're at 379. I'm going to try and let this thing run this week while I'm at work. And just leave it in the background. And see if I can drive up the cash some more. I'm just going to get it in a consistently healthy spot and let it run. Let me ditch my hoodie. Hold on a second, everybody. There. Nope, cinematic. Give him a look around. Too hot. Okay. Whoa. Sorry, hit the microphone too. Just a wee little fire over here, no big deal. They're gonna put it out before it catches the custom park across the street, right? Nope. Nope, they're not. One problem, and I remember thinking when it came out and I did the plazas video, Like, wow, this was made for me. The wall-to-wall buildings, because they're closer to one another, have a tendency to spread fire more. And the right half of this is one park. The left half of this is something that I made to emulate the right half's look. So the left half is going up individually. All those trees and bushes are individually burning, versus on the right-hand side, like the park is catching fire as one object. But we bringing Will back out.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
That's a good one. That's what you were waiting for. That's a lot of individual fires happening right there with all the bushes and trees and houses. But we got great fire coverage here so that we can handle even these ridiculous blazes because they happen. Maybe they did it on purpose. The code for the hot dog and donut vans never fixed. They can consistently accelerate beyond the space-time physics boundary. It's where Einstein did most of his experiments on relativity. I couldn't get to the speed of light, but I could get a donut truck. Yeah, fire will really spread in this part of town especially. But you can see here, like if I zoom in on this, I think I was gonna say I think I did a really good job with this, but it's a gigantic ash pit right now. But you can see that on the right-hand side, that is a park object. Right? That's a park. And then I hooked it in with the exact same trees and gravel paths on the other side. So I'll try and come back to this later so you can see, but I think I did a really good job with that. You can take some of the existing park objects, put them on a slightly bigger block, connect the same type of paths and trees. For example, I think I did that over here at the high school. Yeah, so there's the trees that are built into the Central Park object, for example. In order to make this block more cohesive, I did mix some conifers in with it, and the tree pop in is terrible. But if we look at it from one fixed distance, you'll notice that like the trees blend in to the area around it. And all I've done is like, again, take the same trees and paths and roads that are part of that object and just extend it out to that block that it's sitting on. So it's just a way you can take something that, you know, is its own little isolated object and make it sit with other objects a little bit better. I still really love this this elementary and high school campus. We got the buses doing multiple routes through here. Some stop in front of the high school, some stop in front of the elementary. Both schools are actually shut off, but there's still like lots of foot traffic and people milling around. You get the parks across the street. So it's up looking pretty busy. Kong? Do you have anything you'd like to say? Man, concert seems like that would be such an easy port. It's like it's you know what it is? I don't know if they'd make money off of it. And it's not even worth the effort, right? Concerts is basically, imagine something this size as your starting point, and then like stage 2, stage 3, like it's just a thing that gets bigger and a little like almost sporting event. Where are sporting events? It's a little sporting event you can manage. And like, do you want to pay to promote it on the radio, to drive more people, to drive up ticket prices? It's a cool thing. It doesn't seem like it would take a lot of work to port over, but also it's not worth a lot. Like I wouldn't recommend paying more than like, I'll give them $5 for it tops. And I think that's asking a lot for what it is. I think even in this economy, like asking $3 at most, and you probably should just bundle it with something else and call it $5 bundle. But concerts is kind of cool, but not something that we get on console, unfortunately. I am torn, like, what my favorite DLC is. There's a few of them I would not want to do without, though. And I like the micromanagement of industries and campus. It's just the right amount of micromanagement. You don't have to babysit it too much. Once you know how it works, they're very easy to run. I like them both. I love mass transit. I love park life. There's a lot of good individual DLCs that grew the game in a lot of good ways, I think. But plazas and promenades for me is one of my favorites, and I underutilize it, I realize. But the walking plazas, like, you can create some really cool areas. I want to go back and do a Greenwood Remastered. I don't know if anyone remembers my Greenwood city, but it was... What the heck was the map? It's like surrounded by mountains, and there's some like river deltas coming through, and I made like an artificial island, like very square, tight roads, but it was almost all plazas and promenades, wall-to-wall buildings, 6-lane walkable tram roads. So it was basically just service vehicles, trams, and people walking around on foot on a giant island, and that was kind of a fun build. I like that one a lot, so I'd kind of like to go back and do a 2.0 on that one, maybe fill in the entire valley if possible. But I don't know how good of a 25 tile map it is. Probably better than a 9 tile map though. Almost invariably. Sometimes the map edges are still in some stupid spots. I did, I think, 2 5-hour streams to go through them all. That was a funny one. So I'm on stream wondering what my next map should be. And I say to myself, oh, I know Egg did a tier list of all the maps. And I looked at his video and it was like, I don't know, 58 minutes long. And I was like, no way am I spending 58 minutes looking at maps. I'm going to spend 5 hours 2 nights in a row looking at maps. The load time was atrocious. I forget what it was. To look at like the 90 maps that are in the game, it was way over 2 hours of load time. It might have been closer to 3 hours. I can't remember. I think I noted it on the Discord. It was bad though. I remember when Remastered came around and, you know, starting to act more like the PC version in some ways. More capable, 25 tiles, bigger space, better graphics than the original console version. And I remember one of the things that came with it, as soon as I started loading a map, I was like, oh, they brought that over too. With the bigger map and the more stuff, means longer load times. But you should see, like, half of my audience is console last time I surveyed, so you may not know. But there are people that like will load their city and go do something for 45 minutes before it loads. And like, I played with some mods, but if it got past like 2 or 3 minutes, nope, I'm trimming stuff back. I want to get in and play the game, especially a game like this. It's a very chill experience, and I don't want to take a 45-minute run. Like, I want to pull it up for 10, 15, 20 minutes. Because I got a kid and a dog and a job, and like maybe I just want to hop in real quick and do something or let it run. And that load time is so bad. Like, I don't know how people put up with that. I don't know how you can commit even like conservatively a half hour of your time to loading a game. I could have played half an hour of that, 28 minutes of that with a 2-minute load. So crazy to me. Crazy. There's some lines that are very sharp here, as we can see on the screen right now. Those need to get fixed or hidden with some trees. That needs some love with a bunch of shrubbery and less City Skylines 2 promotion, please. I'm just going to go down. I'm going to bulldoze every single building with a City Skylines 2 and regrow it until they're gone. That'll be a stream. Removing every Cities 2 billboard from my game. Should be an automatic thing that I do from now on. Bulldoze the building. Goodbye. The big buildings don't seem to have too many of them. That's good for them. Good for you. Took a minute and 45 seconds to load each map, right? Is that what the timing was? And there were 90 some odd maps, so we spent a couple hours. Crater Falls for Greenwood, thank you. Crater Falls is a really beautiful map. I like it a lot. And it's a decent 9-tile map for those in the base game. And I assume, but I'd have to go back and check my own tier list in that 10 hours of streaming to figure out where Crater Falls landed. Did I post the final results in the Discord, Kong? I think that I did. Did I post it in cities? I'm gonna look real quick, chat. Hold on a second here. I thought for sure that I did, but it was a while ago now. Well, I will try and dig it up. I had it somewhere. It must have been before. Okay, so there's Riverrun postings. What the hell is this? I posted like the shortest ramp up bridge crossing to prove a point about terrain generation. Oh, here it is. Okay. What was it? Crater Falls? Crater Falls, I filed in the top, the S tier, the how can you not build here tier. So absolutely one of my favorite maps, and that was after reviewing it on 9 and 25 tiles. So I built on 9, went back and loaded it in 25 tiles, and absolutely is still one of the best maps in the game. This one too, Riverrun, one of the best, and it's a base game map that is, I think, terrible on 9 tiles, but instantly redeemable on 25 tiles on Remastered. So I do have my full tier list on the Discord. Way back on June 8th. I'll probably pin this one. Where do you... Oh, unpin. So it's pinned already. Here I am scrolling for days looking through this and it was pinned. So I could have just looked at the pins. Okay, well, there you go. It was in cities and it's pinned and I took way too long to find it. But Crater Falls is a how can you not build their map. So if you haven't checked it out yet, check it out before September 24th. Because, oh man, am I going to need to update? I'm going to need to update that tier list with 10 more maps. Okay. I hope they're good. They look nice from at least the first shots. It's funny too, because like you give the, I'm guessing they got the footage from the map maker. Where they at least like pan around the maps. I'm gonna call it up. Hold on a second. I wanna share this. Like we should talk about it. The new DLC that's coming. The city, like I understand that they're going. Hang on. I understand that they're going for like the Japanese low density look with the new DLC, but the city that they built it on, like, and I've grown over the years, but I'm not an amazing builder by any means. The city that they built it on is like straight grids and nothing in the background. It's like, hold on, I'm gonna mute it because I don't know what the deal is with their music, and I don't care to talk to anybody over there to release a claim if they put it on me. Okay, hold on a second. Studio mode. Look at our captures. Let's make this full screen. Display. No, window capture. Here, okay. And then we capture. Okay. Okay, so check this out. This is the new shops of Shibuya. I don't know how to say it. It's a neighborhood in Japan. So right away, they got the weather helping things out with the mood. So Japanese fashion district. The buildings look really nice. Low density. Sorry, what was it? I like the, okay, low density commercials and high density commercials. So 100%, it's all about commercial. But the streets are just like, Okay, it's all very narrow and straight, which is fine, but like there's no variation. There's big empty spots in the background. There is the same frickin' building 4 times in this shot. And then I think there's other ones that are repeated multiple times. So like again, like I know what I need to go back and clean up. It's edge of the map stuff. It's the end of dead end roads. It's this. Like this needs trees over here. This needs not roads ending all at the same spot with a lumpy parking lot in the back. You know, again, straight roads, and look at that hill. So this is nice. I like the look of this a lot. It is really cool. I also like the crooked bollards. Almost looks like, is it purple pillar blocks in Minecraft? We take the purple blocks and line them up in a grid. It kind of looks like those end bricks. And I like this. This is a really nice prop and park, right? Does anybody notice anything missing? Come on, there's 21 of you in chat. Somebody chime in what's missing from this picture of this park. Or the park before it. They're completely empty. There's no people. They forgot to put the people gathering invisible spots into them. There's no people. There's people walking around. Like it's not that there aren't Sims around. Like there should be people congregate. They're park objects. Like so like when you're building an asset, there is like an invisible thing you can build in to get like wildlife nearby. Maybe you want, seagulls near the coast, or you want deers and bears running around the edge of your woods, or you want people to gather in a certain spot of a park, and you also tell them where they enter and exit a building from. These are all things that you can define, like things that the Sims know to look for that are invisible, that tell them where to go in an asset. Like, where is the door? Where is the place where I hang out? And there's no people in these parks. Maybe they will fix it. Again, it's just like really skinny roads. Even if the buildings are new, they're reusing the signs on the side and all the assets, and the clown with the big America hat, that's all the new DLC. Like, I don't think they showed it in a great light. The build itself, again, there's stuff that just like you should have fixed. It shows. I can see care in the creation of the assets. I can see a rush job in a creation of the city. Again, like, look at the 2 roads that just come to an end at the same spot. There's nothing here along the side of this highway. You could have trees, paths. You could have zoning and a road here. You could have not this, floppy parking lot that's hanging over the edge. It's just a little sloppy for trying to show off your new DLC, I think. And there absolutely should be the people here though was like got me. I was like, wait a minute, rewind. Were those totally empty park objects? Like, seems like a miss to me. I'm gonna pick them up. I want to check them all out. Let's check out the map pack. What can we derive from the map pack? We gotta like frame by frame this thing. Okay, I'm muted here. Okay. So like, that's beautiful. Look at this flowing intersection. Now, I will say one thing that's a little bit odd. Like, if you had, what was here first? The clear fields or the trees? Did they cut down all the trees to make room for the fields? Or did they plant the trees after? Because if you were going to clear all this space, or if this space was already cleared, you probably wouldn't have a highway merger obstructed by a bunch of trees when there's no trees elsewhere. Now, if you come up to New England, my God, tree. It's why I put trees everywhere. Go back and watch my Portsmouth build. I think it was season 7. Check out Riverrun. It is infested with trees. It might be burning in the background actually as we speak. I don't know. So far, so good. Okay, but you wouldn't have like this obstructive trees just on your on and off ramps. This looks beautiful. Look at this coastline. And is this like, look at this highway. Look at this highway snaking through here, elevated through the mountains. Like that looks lovingly created. I hope that it's not like wonky with weird bends that we can't fix without without completely ripping it apart. You know, one thing I would really like to see is more intersections. Not everywhere, but like you made this flat part for people to build on. They got to get off the highway, and they have to do it with this zero clearance that you've done through the entire map, which is totally fine if you're on PC and you have mods, but you are going to have to rip this thing apart and separate it to be able to put an actual highway infrastructure anywhere near that. That's the only downside to it, but it looks beautiful. That's pretty cool. So you got like some cemetery ruins, old castle ruins. Do we have an old industrial ruins? Now, I can tell you right now that this, although it looks cool, how is that look achieved? Ask yourself. Why are those grasses different colors? Well, some of that is farmland, some of it is ore, and some of it is oil. And if you were thinking like, oh, I want to build a giant farm countryside, well, you better be playing with cheats on, because you can't put actual farms where there's no farmland, and a lot of that is oil. So that's the downside of painting the terrain. Is it ruins it for vanilla players if you want to do anything industry related with it. If you want to do just office, that's fine, but like, why would you do that on a map that looks like this in the first place? So this right away screams to me map made for modded players. 10 new intersections, and look at that thing. I like it. The off ramp is problematic, but I like it. I like it a lot. It looks like it was made without mods, almost. Because like almost every creator would straight that out. Yeah. Okay, anyways. All right, so 10 new intersections. That will be interesting to see what those actually look like. That's another beautiful spot. Like that's really nice looking. That looks like that could be fun to build on. Relatively flat map, right? A lot of buildable flat space there, which I think addresses something they definitely didn't understand in 2. Really nice looking though. I'm excited to build on some of those. That looks really cool. I like the looks of them a lot. I think they're good. They're good looking maps. I'm excited to start a new build. We'll see where. We'll figure out where on the 24th, I guess. I don't think they have anything else, right? Because the only other thing they would have had is mentioning the radio. They're not. I wouldn't play that anyways, I guess. Let's see. Here, want to cringe? Tourist district. Was it this one? Which one did I do? Was it tourists? I thought I did a different build. I wonder if they took it down. Oh, here it is. The modded. Here's my modded gameplay. Modded casino strip. Hold on. I'll play the audio on this one. Let me pause. Let me pause this. We'll still hear the other game sound in the background. I don't remember what song they used.
Move the Mouse here, and I'm collaborating with Paradox Interactive to bring you a guide on creating a casino strip in City Skylines. On my channel, I focus mainly on the console version of Cities, but sometimes it's fun to get creative and break out mods and assets, so today I'm playing on PC. You can find a full list of mods used in the creation of this city in the video description, but I'll highlight a few that are absolutely essential along the way.
I did nothing on the beach.
When I sat down to build the casino strip, I got inspiration from Las Vegas, of course, or Paradise, Nevada if we want to be more specific. But I wanted to build it someplace a little...
Okay. I got so much shit for saying Nevada. And if you look up the actual origin of the word, you're an idiot if you say it the other way. Sorry, Nevadians.
different, and I settled on South Beach, Miami.
Because it's wrong too. Like they're not saying it right either.
South Beach, I let zoning handle most of the building, but the strip itself is all.
But my God, I got a lot of messages on that one.
Head on over to the workshop and run a search for casino. There's no shortage of great assets on there, some from creators who you may have seen featured on this channel. If you see anything created by King Leno, they're always a safe bet and a great addition to any city. Pick out some of your favorites and load up a map. One of my favorite mods is without a doubt Move It, and it played a large part in the making of this city. With Move It, you can fine-tune the placements of roads, change the orientation of buildings, and also use it to make copies of unique buildings that you'd normally only be able to have one instance of in a city. With just a couple clicks, you can fill an entire city block. All that's left to do is add some palm trees and plants.
It's Nevada. Rhymes with dad. Although the origin of the word probably is closer to the way that I said it, but my God, I got so many messages about that. And I responded to a few of them. This was, I think it was back when I was still on Twitter. I responded to a bunch of them. Here, let me, here, I'm going to play this. Let me grab it. Let me put it on screen for you.
For the strip itself, I use network skins to change the default 4-lane road with trees. I prefer a more neutral white light to the yellow tint of the default 4-lane roads, and while we're at it, let's change the default tree with leaves to palms instead. Just a simple change like this can make your city feel dramatically different. Experiment with some combinations and see what works best for you. If your casino strip is located in the United States, one thing that's often missing from builds is parking. There's 8 parking spaces for every car in the US.
Here.
And even though they're underutilized
okay,
by
you ready?
Sims,
how do you say that? How do you say that, chat? Nevada, Nevada. I got Massachusetts names that you will choke on and go to the hospital over. Say it out loud to yourself. Go ahead. I want you to read that thing on screen. Say it out loud to yourself. Hoochie-coate. Constituent. It's constituent. It's simple. It's constituent. Right? You know what should be easy? If you can say constituent, how about that one? Easy. Situate. I bet a lot of people know this one. You must know that one. You know, AC, honestly, there's a lot of Native American just in the area that we are in Eastern Canada and Northeastern United States. So it's not that far off from other things and towns in the area. Worsh your sister. People like to say Worcester, 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 Worcester. Heading on down to Worcester. Watch they got the rodeo this weekend. Comes into town every summer in Worcester. Oh, okay. Hold on. Here you go. How about that one? Leominster. Forget the O. We don't need the O. What's it there for? Doesn't matter. Don't ask. None of your business. Leominster. Leominster. We say the O in other ones. Not that one. Don't ask why. Leominster. Okay. I think I've made my point. Nevada. Okay. I shouldn't have started that music. Let's finish
They
this.
bring a nice touch of realism to any build. A quick search in the workshop and you'll find everything from parking lots,
Listen how happy I sound.
multi-story garages, and even subterranean structures. Drop
The
a few
frame
of them around
rate.
your map
Oh,
and you'll wonder how
shit.
you ever built without them.
Frame rate.
When planning out spaces for your casinos, a couple of different approaches can be appropriate. For
I
some
think
of
I
the
had a
larger casinos, they
1660
may take up
Ti.
entire city blocks, while some of the smaller ones might be right on top of neighboring casinos. I find a combination of both will yield the best looking results. The strip aside, you can really bring a city to life
I
by
did
adding a
put
few
something on the
extra
beach, but it's
details.
not lit at all,
Just
so
off
it's
the strip, I've
totally
added
dead
some
at night.
beaches for tourists to take advantage of. There's an area for nightclubs and comedy clubs. And if you're looking for something different to do during the day,
That
there's an
took me a
18-hole
while.
golf course complete with practice green and driving range.
So this is actually set up. These are 18 unique holes, and I set them up so that there were not 2 par 5s in a row. There's generally like a 5, a 4, a 3, a 4, a 5. They're set up to where they're split even on the front 9, the back 9, and the walking that you take from one to the other, like they're not just plopped there. That is laid out like an actual golf course, and that took me way too much time compared to the time I spent on the rest of the city.
There are infinite possibilities when it comes to creating your own casino strip. Hopefully this video gave you some ideas to get started. Just don't blame me if you lose all your credits at the casino. Remember, the house always wins. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe to the channel, and check back for more videos and tutorials from your favorite creators coming soon.
Thanks for checking out the channel, guys. I really appreciate it. Okay. I can feel the smile on my face, and it doesn't feel like it was natural. It felt like it was very nervous. Like I knew somehow I was about to be yelled at for my pronunciation of a state. I'm pretty sure if you check it out, there is a, what do you call it? There's a comment on the video. It's like, I stopped watching the second you said Nevada. I'm like, thanks, buddy. Oh, that's nice of you. Oh, this is awful sweet. So. Oh, I can't believe that like one of the worst songs I've ever heard in my life is on the end card. That's too funny. I will share in the Discord later so that you have to have it stuck in your head as well. It's called It's My Life. All right, where were we musically? And let's go check on the town and see if it's burning. Thanks for sticking through that little detour, everybody. Fun little blast from the past. There you go. Good timing to come back, huh? That's the Lone Pine Mall. I asked earlier. I don't know if anybody answered. Hopefully you know the reference, somebody. Right over here. There we go. So just the trees on this one side. I don't think it's going to spread to the actual mall itself. People in Pittsburgh say Lancaster. Lancaster? Lancaster. I would say Lancaster. Now I'm thinking about it too much because it would just flow off, I think, like a Pittsburgh native. Lancaster. Yeah, Lancaster. But not I guess that I could get that. Like that definitely is like a Bostonian thing as well. Like I will say things in a way that a like a Southie accent would not say. You can hear my accent sometimes. Maybe you hear it all the time. I don't know. It's pretty flat, especially for people in the area. But I definitely hear myself drop R's at the end of words sometimes. Maybe more often than I'd like to admit. Like, you know, R's in words in the middle are fine. But like, New Hampshire, that gets dropped. It's definitely a holdover. I grew up with, spent a lot of time with my aunt and uncles, and my uncle especially had a thick like Medford accent. Medford is just north of Billionaire is just north of Boston, and people from Medford, 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 would say it Medford, like Medfuh. I don't know. I don't know what happens to it, but it's not Medford. Medford. Okay, hold on. Pronounce Tucson? Is there a different way that it's that? I mean, that's how it's said, right? It was not a. I'm sure some people murder it, but Tucson. And I can enjoy like maybe 2 or 3 Bon Jovi songs, but that's a Jersey thing, man. We got the Cars, the Bosstones, Dropkick Murphys. You want to talk hip hop, man? Guru, whew. Got Ed O.G., like 7L and Esoteric. Like there's a lot of good music coming out of Boston. There's a good punk scene here back in the day. There was actually a really good underground music scene, electronic music scene in the second half of the 90s. Aerosmith, sure. Okay, fire is out at the Lone Pine Mall. If you don't know the reference, that's okay. It was the Twin Pine Mall until Marty McFly went back in time and crashed into one of those pines. And then when he came back to the future, it was the Lone Pine Mall. Because in that timeline, there wasn't a twin pine next to it. And if you come over here in front of the mall, there's a single pine. So sorry, I may have told that story multiple times. But yes, there you go, BTTF. Where do we stop over here? This is what I am so horrible at, everybody. This is the thing that I am terrible at, is where do I stop? So, like, what have we done over here? You know, we've used a natural barrier of the river. Do we bring the river through? Is the river the Y if it comes through here and fills in that water feature on its way through here? I mean, it's going to be quite the project, and I don't know height-wise if we can get the water from A to B, but in theory, it's flowing this way the whole way, flows down that way. I should be able to get it to run down there, but it also looks like it's kind of uphill from that source. So train station it is. We could, yeah, I mean, that's a good point. Like we could look at train service. It's not something that I've considered seriously. I think I had a station in here for like a hot minute. Is there is one. Okay. So we have an above ground train station over here. But what does it do? It's like, it's not even, I don't even have the thing hooked up. Criminal. Okay. So do we keep it above ground? Like I know it's kind of silly, but I like the look of it. This is ridiculous though. This is crazy. There's one commercial building moved in the middle of the train tracks. Waiting for the timeout. Oh, man. So we could do like a train station. But where would we put the infrastructure to need it? Because we want to think about how it comes in the first place. My God.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
That's an orange one. That's bright. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. That is unfortunate. These people just walking by too. Like, can you imagine just being so calm, casually strolling by? Entire block engulfed, 14-story buildings, top to bottom. Just having a casual walk without oxygen. The fires are back to back. They remember earlier when I was like, I don't know, guys, it's probably not a good night for fires. We got it covered. The infrastructure's great. Yeah. Not so much. Not so much. Oh man, is it 11:30 already? Okay. It was a nice, I mean, it still is a nice glow, but it was a particularly orange burst there. Okay, so let me put it back to daylight. And think a little bit like, where would we do trains? So, oh man. Did that actually short out part of the network? What's going on here? Oh, do we have a power plant on fire somewhere? Where's my... Where's my main electric? It's all right here, right? Why am I all of a sudden under availability? Why? Did I disconnect something? Okay, hold on a second. I got to think about this for a minute. So we've got 2 nuclear power plants over here. Those are all tied into that, which is tied in over here. Where is this hooked up? Oh, right here. Interesting. Okay. Okay, so this is not powered because none of that is powered. And is this just like hitting the edge of the... All right, what happened here? Something happened. Something is not running. That wasn't a problem before the fires. Because this is a recent problem. Otherwise, they'd be complaining about... Is it just the capacity? Like, I didn't disconnect anything off the edge of the grid. We've got a little bit of power at each industrial plant, just because it fits with the theme. That all has power. That all has power. We've got another plant over here which is off right now. What does this give us? It gives us pollution. I don't know if this is how I want to solve this. We could do the advanced coal. I think this is a little less polluting. And then we have the mainstay of our power over here. So I don't want to go crazy going overboard. I don't see what happened here. What changed so drastically? I guess we're growing. How much have we grown this episode? I don't even know. We did expand quite a bit. I mean, we've got more stress on the grid for sure, and we built up over there as well. Where was the fire spot? Over this way? It was right over here, right? Yeah. See, like, what's going on? What's going on? I didn't touch anything. Are we that close on budget? Info views. Yeah, we're in the yellow. So what is not turned on? I'd like to not turn on the coal plant because that one's a mess. This one's a little bit polluting. These are all the way up. And then we have individual grids out here for some of this stuff. And they're not complaining because they're at 100% budget. Look at all those ships. They're a mess. The fishing industry is probably going to go. Oh, does solar? No, solar updraft. That's the nice thing about the solar updraft. It stores, it has batteries. So it still works at night. And I don't think it's affected by the... Maybe it is. I don't know. But the budget could have been different. I do have the electric budget raised higher for at night. You know what I do? I do want to do like kind of an Amsterdam-inspired canal city at some point. But that, I can't imagine having the patience for that on console, honestly. I would want move it. I would at the very least want the freedom of move it. I can't imagine just trying to finagle the default game mechanics. Oh, sorry, I had the music up. I wish you'd told me that earlier. I turned that up for when we were watching the video. Totally forgot about that. Sorry. Okay, so probably train station here. Maybe we just look at it now. Again, I was thinking about, so we definitely want one here. Very central to the Central Park region. Like, where would we put the next one? Do we put the next one kind of here near the campus? Lets you connect easy to the downtown area and subway systems. And it's far enough away for the train, I think. And then we could have maybe one more train station somewhere over here. And then have the main hub in this area. Maybe we could even do like, I know we have the bus depot. Maybe we have a bus station or something over here. Okay, so does the game lie to us then? Because I'm 99% positive that they tell us that. So the solar power plant during the night does not produce electricity. But over here, the large batteries within the building allow it to store electricity and not be affected by day and night. So it shouldn't be affected by day and night. It might be a glitch. I don't know. It could also be, in my case, the general strain of we just went into night mode and like the entire grid kind of got pushed to an edge. I know like there's certain ways that you can break your grid. So for example, if you cut off the power, like let's say you have the power on one side, you have water on the other side of your city, and you cut off the power to the water. Well, the water doesn't cool the nuclear power plant, so the nuclear power plant will never come on to give the power to where the water needs it on the other side. So I've had to like drop a, like put it next to the water to give the water power so that it will send water over to the power plant, because this will not function without water. Affected by shadows, interesting. This is purely an aesthetic choice to put it over there on the edge past the industrial, which is odd to think about aesthetic choices when we look at it with the icons on, but that's not how we generally look at the city. Once we can get the money up there, hopefully hit 1 billion, speaking of 3 times speed, I'd love to get it to 1 billion and then really see how we can shut down traffic by turning on all those uniques. It'll get bad. I wonder how are we doing actually on that front. So we haven't looked at that at all. 88%, 120,000 on console. That's all right. We got some spots, but that's moving pretty good. I think our bad one's going to be over here. The basic diamond, though. Like, there's not a lot of effort put into this one. That's very basic going on. But basic can be okay. Like if you space it out right, like this is super basic, but it kind of looks like it flows, especially when you're down the ground. Like highways are a lot bigger, especially in the United States, than I think the game gives them credit for sometimes. You could have like a really long runway in some cases to slow down and move over into a commercial area or residential area. In Connecticut, though, to be fair, they look a lot like this. There's also stop signs at the end of the on-ramps, which is really fun when everybody does 25 over in a 65, and you have to go from a dead stop into 3 lanes of traffic doing 90 miles an hour. People give Massachusetts credit for being bad drivers. They have never seen the terror of blue plate Connecticut. Somebody said it in the chat earlier. There's a term. It rhymes with a dirty word. You put mass in front of it. Kinetic. You could put a dirty word at the end of kinetic, and that's what bad drivers from there are called. I'll just say. Yeah, that's the mass version. So imagine what you could put at the end of kinetic, and that's what we call drivers from there. Kind of sounds like Connecticut, but nah. We say the same thing about Ohio drivers. Yeah. Why is it always the drivers from next door, right? All right, so train station. Let's look at the train station. That's what we were going to do. Do we go over to what? The hubs? This is the content creator packs. What do we got? Glass box transport hub. Metro and train hub. Housed inside a big glass box. I don't think that that's necessarily appropriate for over here. Maybe we bring the train to the transportation and ticket center, which is actually the Metropolitan Airport. This was my gateway into the theme park when the theme park was over here, but now it's over here at Dolphin Lake. We really don't have a lot of... I also put my house over here. So the theme park's not that big. Because you think like there would be an area kind of condensed like this in a few spots, few plazas, have a lot of stuff going on. And then like this thing just like doesn't work. I don't know. The roller coaster's a little crazy. Like, I think they could have done a lot more with this. They could have done a lot more to make it more. I think it would have been more interesting if it was more of a fair, more smaller stuff and variety that we could do on a smaller scale. But then again, it's coming from the console perspective of actually being able to walk around this stuff. So, and then where do we have the zoo? The zoo is over here. The zoo, I think, is a little bit more, well, apparently crime-ridden. And then what do I have over here? I put the temple over here. I was going to put an on-property hotel, which looms a shadow over the corner of the park. We'll probably move this over a little bit. But I thought this was going to be making it a little bit Disney-esque. I'm going to look at bringing the monorail back in here, but it wasn't working. I wish you could adjust the height on it a little more. You can with the train stations. Above ground train stations is a little bit more free. Okay, so this is like a really cool thing, but if we're building the hub out there on the edge, like, does that even make sense? We just want a train station, not a hub out here. So are these all hubs? Separate train networks to cross connect. That could be kind of cool. It has to go next to a road. Can you not rotate it with the D-pad? You can't oh, I can't put it next to that road because it's a what do you call it? A highway. So what is this? Oh, that's cool. Could we really even use that here? Probably not here. That's pretty cool though. I wish the parking lot was a little bit more this way. But they don't park right anyways. They put the cars in their parking lot. DFW makes LA seem tame. Oh my god, I can't imagine. Boston takes a different breed. My wife hates driving in Boston. It's like you're either bumper to bumper or gridlock dead stop for an hour and a half, or bumper to bumper gridlock at 70 miles an hour. It's like the two modes of traffic, or it's like Sunday midday and there's nobody on the road. But those are kind of like the two flavors you get. So that's a really cool building, but it's not what we need over here. Again, Sunken Island Metro. These are all very cool. The bypass stations built in. That's so nice. I don't think I've used those at all. A ground bypass train station. Like, this could be kind of cool out here. So we would rethink this highway here. We still want this highway to carry lots of traffic on the outside of these neighborhoods, but we trim this back a bit and connect it somewhere in here. I think that's the one that we'll use for over here. And I'm gonna have to find a different spot for the hub, probably on the other corner. Ground dual island is pretty cool too. Is this a two-sided track? Let's see, what is this? People can wait on either side, but do they actually have to cross the tracks? Oh no, there's a staircase above. Good. I didn't want them to actually have to cross the train tracks. It's insanity. A lot of bad drivers. It's odd, like, well, I guess it isn't. We make the country so car-centric that and single-family home-centric that it creates that. I think it breeds that mentality that creates bad drivers. Because get out of my way, because I'm coming through. Fresh through the drive-through with some alcohol and a loaded gun. I don't know, throw some dirty mags on the seat next to you. Maybe, I don't know, tow a cat Just general terribleness. Do it with Connecticut plates, though. Hi! No more fires, please! That one's nothing. They're good. They're good. Okay, so what are Railroads of Japan elevated station? That's pretty cool. I definitely did not use a lot of these. Man. That's a metro, huh? That's cool. So I think we can do this one over here. So I got to think about this for a minute, because where do we put, and this needs a reevaluation. If this is farmland, it might make more sense to fade in here with a train terminal, because this also is in a good spot where it can go any which way through here, and also theoretically hook up into the metro easy enough. We have access to 2 different highway networks, and I think room for it to give it its own highway exit right here probably. So we'll probably do the train hub somewhere over this way. I'm gonna have to really think about that one though. Either way, I think what I'm gonna do this week, who won the game? I think what I'm gonna do this week is just run it a lot and see what we can make for money. Okay, it is that time though. It's almost midnight here. I was streaming past 1 in the morning last night playing Borderlands. I had to do some responsible resting for myself. Self-care is important, everybody. So I hope you had a good time. Hope you enjoyed the stream, enjoyed Riverrun. There will be more Riverrun. I'm not ready to give up on this one just yet. So we'll try and get some more in before the end of the month. And then we'll start hunting for the new map and what we start for a new build. And maybe the new buildings will inspire us. Maybe the new songs on the... Wait, they're riding the butt of that hot dog truck. That's dangerous. Maybe the new songs will copyright claim us. You never know. Stay tuned. We'll find out. If you're new, subscribe for more streams a lot of nights, especially Fridays and Saturdays, usually 9 p.m. Eastern time. There will be a video coming soon at some point. I'm putting together a video essay on what I think of Paradox. What, more specifically, what I think about their failures and an actual financial analysis. Like, I'm being geeky on this one. I'm doing a nerd essay on the financials of the company over the last couple years, some of the projects that have failed, and why it's just a general. It fits the mold of what's wrong with the rest of the industry right now, and I think they're leaning into all the wrong things. I hope they get it right, because they do some really good things in strategy games, but they're doing some terrible things with financial planning. And I'm going to get all into that on a video coming very soon to this channel. So check it out when it drops. But in the meantime, lots of streams. See you on the next one. Yeah, I think that's it. Let me look real quick. Okay. We'll join the Discord if you want to get connected. PG, I don't remember if you're on the Discord, but tinyurl.com. I guess I could throw it in here. tinyurl.com/movethemouse is the easiest way to get there if you aren't already. And let's do some Battlefield when it drops too. That'll be a good one if you're up late like me. Taco Tuesdays, co-op days. So we'll do some squadding up. We'll do some silliness. I had a character specifically in Battlefield 2 back in 2003 that I only used that profile for defibrillator kills. So if you want to do anything stupid like that, also I am down. Though that takes a little commitment. But definitely stay tuned for lots of variety coming on the channel. So, like I said, subscribe if you're new. Gave away all the memberships that I can this month, but you can always become a member for as little as 99 cents. But tune in next month in October when we'll be giving away more. Lots of streams coming between now and then, though, so see you on the next one. Until then, this is Move the Mouse saying thank you, everybody. I hope you have a fantastic weekend, and we'll catch you in the next one. Bye. Edge of Map Fog coming next. Right? Don't disappoint us. Edge of Map Fog. Dang. It would have been so great. But when it happens, that's when the stream ends. Any minute. What do you mean, what if it never happens? It happens all the time. The question is, how patient is everybody? And how abruptly will it end? And what constitutes edge of map fog? Like, if it's a little hazy, like, you know, maybe we let one slide, but probably not. We're going to get a good one before you know it. I'll be mid-thought, and then I'll just have to pull the plug on the stream just like that, because edge of map fog. Any minute. Not yet. What do we say to the edge of map fog? Not today. Every time it doesn't happen, it's funnier to me. Yeah, Steelers, huh? Good year. Probably a good year for them, huh? Yeah. It's coming. It's next. I can feel it. Here it is. Bye, everybody. Been a great stream. Appreciate you. Have a great night. See you on the next one. Bye. Okay, this time, bye. Like and subscribe, bye. The song's not over yet. Maybe we'll get lucky and everything will flow and it will land at the edge of the song. Like right when the song's coming to its crescendo and fading out, it'll cut to fog perfectly, or just this rooftop. I don't remember the last time I've waited this long for edge of map fog. Somehow we have more we had more viewers for a second there on the outro than yeah, straight up air conditioning units. Okay, so we have a new song coming in. Epidemic music has been good to us tonight, I think. Ooh, that's a little hazy, but I don't know. I don't know if I can do it. Not like that. We can't go out like that. That's just a little haze. If you need to depart, I totally understand. But if you are here for this nonsense, I appreciate you, and I hope that you are subscribed, because this is the kind of nonsense you can expect here. And if you're enjoying it, I'm sure you will enjoy it next time, because Edge of Map Fog is a regular occurrence. Might need to put a gray hoodie in the merch lineup. It's got nothing on it. It's just the color is called Edge of Map Fog. Man, crystal clear day, huh? Not a cloud in the sky? No fog either? Huh. Oh, I can hear them screaming at the game. But it's okay to say if it's already awkward. I can already feel it's a little awkward, but when does it get really awkward? Like, what if we get to like the third or fourth song and we're just all sitting here listening to synthwave, waiting for the camera to go to the edge of the map? That train station should stay, and I think it's going to be the inspiration for the part of the network. Hasn't hit peak awkward yet. I could make it awkward. Like, what if I just put it on the chat cam and stared into the camera until the Edge of Map Fog came out? I didn't even tell you. You just had to take my word for it. Some kind of avant-garde piece where I just like, I'm lying about it and I just like stare, not blinking for hours. Do it. No. Embrace your Kaufman. Okay. For real though, it's been a pleasure. Really appreciate you. Edge of Map Fog time, so it's time to cut it. See you on the next one. Right after this camera, because the next one is the Edge of Map Fog. So we'll see you next time. This is ELFL on epidemicsound.com. Hope you're enjoying the tunes coming at you live from Riverrun. 12:01 a.m. September 14th. Been a crystal clear day, not a bit of fog. Seems like it rolls in so often, but not recently. We'll enjoy the sounds of WRNR. If that fog does roll in, though, I'm sure it will interrupt our broadcast. Has a tendency to do that. So we may just lose the music and signal all of a sudden. But that's only if there's fog rolling in. Which, again, crystal clear. Doesn't seem to be a problem. Not a problem at all. I need to do more commercials. Was it the Robco Power Pants? With that nuclear disaster? Okay, well, like I said, it's been a pleasure, but it is late and it is Edge of Map Fog time. So I will catch you on the next one, because it's just crazy at this point if we don't get Edge of Map Fog, because we gotta say goodnight. It's weird that we're all here doing it though. That's the thing, right? Like, I would feel weirder about it if, like, you know, if everybody left, but we've been holding pretty strong because people are waiting for it and it's coming and we know it. It's the anticipation. It's like Heinz ketchup. It takes forever to come out of the bottle, but when it does, it's Heinz ketchup. You either like it or you don't. I don't know. It's never coming. That's a spirit, Kong. Okay, for real though. You're hanging in for it. I appreciate that. Well, here it is. So it's been a pleasure. Dang it. Wait for it. Or not. The longest outro ever. I've had some weird ones. I kind of want to go back through and do a compilation video of some of the best and weirdest outros, because there are some long rambly ones. There's some ones that genuinely made me laugh when I go back to edit them. Oh, that bridge pillar being crooked bothers me. Tweet on a focus of climate change. Yeah, what do we... I'm going to go back through all the Let's Plays and see if I can find the stupidest outros. One of my favorite intros was the captain landing in Meander. Talking over the radio and the plane that's landing. Okay. Well, reminiscing was fun. Nostalgia is great, but it's time to go because Edge of Map Fog time. Which is exactly where we are heading on the trains that depart from this station. And we're going to zoom there in 3, 2. We took a stop at this metro station instead, and we're going to ride our car out to the highway, off into the sunset and the Edge of Map Fog. There's a fire. Okay. Okay, well, we got a fire. A fire in the outro. Are you kidding? Like, what? It made so many appearances earlier. It made so many appearances earlier. This is ridiculous. Nice key, thank you. I appreciate that, Chase. We get that one running through the city. We're waiting for Edge of Map Fog, and we're gonna kill this stream if it ever happens. But I really appreciate that. I'm going to be back with more cities, though. Quite a few nights at 9 p.m. Eastern between now and the 24th. And then we're going to find our new map on the next DLC. But I appreciate that. That's a key wall that took a lot of time going through the... If it was the one through the highway, it took a lot of time running the water through there because it's all unmodded on console. Edge of Map Fog's kind of an unofficial mascot around here. Thanks to the 25 tiles, when you go into cinematic camera, it'll eventually take us off to the edge of the map, like it's gonna do on this very next camera shot. I'm calling it now. It's not gonna happen, is it? You're just doing a lot of lifting here. Oh my god. I'm so surprised it hasn't happened. Okay. Dang it. If you're just tuning in now, this is a really weird part of the stream to tune in. We're basically all hanging out waiting for Edge of the Map Fog to cut the cord. And it happens so often in the cinematics that we joke about it, and now it has not happened in like 3 songs? Are we 3 songs in? 4 songs in? We've seen this train station at least 3 times. Did we break Edge of Map Fog? It's only focused on the internals of the city? Okay, right here. No. Okay, I'm stopping the music because the next one is going to be Edge of Map Fog. Ha! How? We used it all up earlier, yeah. This is one of the most ridiculous things I've ever done playing Cities. Just waiting for a stupid camera angle. If you enjoy this kind of silliness, probably check out some of my Let's Plays. I've got many, many seasons of console builds, a lot of slow step-by-step stuff, and a lot of silliness, especially around outro time. Someone's patched in. That I almost wonder if there's coding for fire if your name is Move the Mouse sometimes. That looks all right when the textures get to finish loading in. Okay. So it has been a great stream, but it's over now because Edge of Map Fog is coming for us and we can say goodnight finally. Appreciate you all. Subscribe if you're new. It's we've seen the whole city, yeah. I'm beginning to doubt. Remember when we saw that one little hazy bit and I was like, nah, that doesn't count. That can't be it. That's not how we're going out. I'd settle for another one of those right now. There's the station again. We've seen other cities that are loaded in from other save games. It's crazy. I really don't understand it. It's like the longest it's ever gone without that. All right, well, what is today? Today's Saturday. I will definitely be back. I don't usually stream Sunday nights. No Fog Till Brooklyn. I don't usually stream Sunday nights. We'll probably be on for Minecraft on Monday. Wednesday is Walking Dead. What are we on? Season 1, Episode 4. I'm replaying to go back through and finish the last game that I didn't finish originally. So a decade later, I'm going back to play the series again. And then as the Fallout TV show gets closer, I am probably going to play some Fallout on Fridays. Battlefield's coming, so there's going to be so much different stuff coming to the channel, but definitely a big focus on cities. I want to try and get the bank up to... I'm trying to get the bank of this town up to 1 billion, so I'll be letting it run in the background a lot, especially if I get it to a good, profitable place. I'll try not to mess with it too much. Because I would love to... I've never had a $1 billion city. Hopefully Riverrun is the one. I could probably exploit it better. I'm trying to make it look good too and function at the same time. Okay. Do we somehow trigger a camera sequence that like does not go to the edge of the map? Everything it wants to follow around is comfortably in the city. Have we broken external connections? Because effectively that's what's happening. You're zooming in on random people and someone is coming in from an external connection when the camera makes that call. So it's just bound to happen. Any minute. Any minute. Right here. Okay. That's the zoo. It's an over-architected plaza to sell you lots of goods. I made a model to capitalism within the park as is a testament to, ironically, what's breaking this game franchise right now. Overexcited use of capitalism. Play some Van Halen. Okay. If I bother to put like an infographic up, like we're just waiting for Fog to end the stream, am I gonna have to like stop typing because it comes just because I'm saying it? Okay, text on screen. Fog. There we go. Real-time updates on the on-screen graphics. Is this like, at what point does this become unhinged? We're still all hinged, right? Or am I unhinged and you're just tuning in? Somehow the viewership is going up. Oh, good night, everybody. It's been a pleasure. See you on the next one. Move the mouse, sign it out.